How to stop binge eating while you're dieting. Stop it once and for all. Gonna get right into it. The first thing is gonna be focusing on purpose. You need to have that purpose over all these desires and pleasures. Because if you're giving in to the pleasures and desires, this is why you keep fucking up. Keep fucking up your diet because you're not in tune with your higher purpose. If you're in tune with your higher purpose, you won't want those selfish desires of eating that bad food, going on a whole binge, because think about it. You're only losing all the progress that you made every time you do this. Every step back, if it's one meal, if it's two meals, if it's tons and tons of fucking shit that you're eating. And why do you do this? Because you're not focused on purpose. So that's the first thing. Second thing, for this to actually work, you have to create solid habits from the get. So you have to cut out all the shit that is holding you back and do it every fucking day on repeat. Every day, either you're getting 1% better or 1% worse based off the choices, thoughts, actions, alignment, and energy of what you're putting out into the world and what you're thinking about on a daily basis. If you're constantly thinking about what you're gonna fucking eat next and you're gonna splurge all over your fucking diet and eat all the shit, it's bound to happen because you keep magnifying and putting more emphasis on it. So focusing on that purpose, channel that energy and thought process to that instead. But that comes from the solid habits out the gate. So cutting all the fucking bullshit off is going to help you massively level up and just let all that shit push to the side and focus on really what's important. And that's going to be your diet getting shredded, especially for summer coming around. Next thing, get rid of any temptation. So anything that's in the house that's and like if you're a big chip lover, let's say, like you love Lay's potato chips, Doritos, anything of that sort, literally don't have it in the house. Why would you have it in the house in the first place if you're constantly on this diet and you're binge eating? Oh, well, I want some Doritos every once in a while. Well, you keep fucking binge eating all of it, so it's not gonna fucking happen. So you have to get rid of any vices or anything that is holding you back in that regard. So literally cut it all out. It's a big fucking commitment. Sacrifice is your paradise. So you have to sacrifice the fucking potato chips. Yeah, you do. Come on. Like, do you actually want the results? Make the fucking commitment. Make it happen because no one else is going to do it for you. Just throw the bag out now. Stop this video and throw those bags out. Anything. Tortilla chips, or if it's desserts, if it's fucking whatever the fuck it is for yourself. If you know your triggers, you shouldn't have the triggers be, hey, like tempting you every fucking moment of the day. So keep that shit out of your sight, out of mind. Clean the fucking closet as well. That's nice and neat so you won't be tempted by these fucking bullshit foods that you see in your sight. Next thing, magnifying your problems. That's exactly what you're doing. You're magnifying your problems. So if you're stressed out and you need that fucking Oreos or the Chips Ahoy or whatever the fuck it is, like you're just magnifying the problems of what you're going through, and you really don't have big ass problems out here. Like literally, if you work a 9 to 5, let's say, a busy professional or whatever, you're going through some shit, like literally it's not that big of a deal. It's not. Like, oh, I'm in a depression. Depression is just a magnification of the past. Oh, I have a lot of anxiety, so I eat a lot. Fucking anxiety is just a magnification of the future, the total opposite of depression. They're linked together. Depression and anxiety go hand in hand. So if you have an anxiety, you're going to get depression. If you have depression, you have anxiety. But the thing is that it's not real. It's all bullshit. All these low-level fucking disorders that doctors and shit prescribe to us and we self-diagnose as well, it's all bullshit. You're just using the stress as an excuse to fucking have the chips or the treats or whatever the fuck it is for yourself in regard to food. So it's hard. Oh my God, this diet is so hard. I need a break. You're only magnifying that problem anymore and justifying it even more of what the fuck you're convincing yourself as. So say, yo, when you're hungry and shit and you want to have that Chips Ahoy or whatever, say, this is what fat loss feels like. I know I'm getting shredded right now. I know I'm that motherfucker. I'm going to look ripped for summer. When you replace that self-talk instead of saying, oh, I need those fucking Doritos, Like, yeah, that would help. That would help me calm down. Like, replace your self-talk. So stop magnifying the problems, magnify the solutions. And how do you magnify the solutions? Through your self-talk, plus, like how I said before, those solid habits. So when you have the solid habits, your mindset is going to change and your self-talk is going to change as well. Next thing, it's a vice. It's a vice. You're listening to the devil, honestly. You're listening to the devil. The devil's creeping in. The devil always starts with creeping in with food. Then it goes into sex. But that's not the purpose of this video. The first thing it starts is food. It's the easiest thing. It's the gateway. It's just like weed with drugs. Same shit. Like, then it goes into other drugs like coke, fucking meth, anything, whatever. So it's the gateway. It's the gateway to low vibrational feelings and emotions, and you feeling like a sack of fucking shit once you're done eating all that shit, because you really want to feel like a fucking bulldozer and in a food coma every fucking time you binge eat while you're on your diet. Like, it's all excuses out here that you're making for yourself. It's a vice. Food is a vice. Those fucking Cheetos and sweets and McDonald's and all these restaurants out here, all these chicken wings and shit. It's all a fucking vice. You're just being a little bitch. You just gotta man the fuck up and take it. Like, literally. Like, this shit is so fucking easy. Like, oh, I'm hungry all the time. Yeah, motherfucker. Like, this is fat loss. This is you getting fucking ripped. Like, this is what it takes, bro. Like, do you actually want the results? Because you keep binge eating and being a little bitch. So you keep going back to your old ways and not making any progress. And you can't stay consistent. Like, you got to get that consistency up. It's just about you sticking to it. Stick to that commitment. No, every day. Every day you're getting better and better, and not listen to the devil. Listen above that shit. Report above. Then you'll see, like, oh shit, I don't want this shit anymore. This shit ain't serving me. This ain't my purpose. Like, having those fucking chips or whatever the fuck it is. Now, the last thing is you can satisfy those cravings with certain foods to replace that are higher in protein. They look the same and they taste the same. Like, you can have for breakfast, like, sugar-free chocolate syrup on your fucking cereal, let's say. I do that all the time. Instead of the fucking ones that are filled with sugar that they have, just use that instead. So if you're having really bad cravings, because I get cravings too sometimes, just replace it with things that don't have the fucking tons of fat, tons of bullshit that you don't need. So it satisfies your cravings. You're still getting in your macros. You don't feel like shit, and you don't cheat on your diet. Because you guys just go on these fucking binges and eat a whole bunch of goddamn fucking pizza when you've been shredding for 2 months, and then you lose all that progress in a fucking weekend because you go in a binge. And you're like, ooh, I want this, I want that. Like, you have to build the habits. You have to stay consistent, and then just use those recipes and whatnot of high protein instead. I got tons of shit. You guys can hit me up and whatnot on that. And that's what I do with my guys on the team. Give you guys recipes that that still satisfy your cravings. So if you guys aren't interested in that, we'll get you on the fucking team. Let's work. Let's get you to that next level. That's what we focus on too. Those vices, cutting all that shit out and leveling up out here. That's how we run shit, and solid habits out the gate. You got to stay committed. Got to fucking get this shit for real. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit me up for coaching, and I'll see you guys.